never mind your liver, get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino shot.
Get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino spot.
Gino spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino's Spot. Fantastic to have you on board tonight. Look, I'm in a different spot tonight. Live, coming to you live from Dec Dec Coffee. Indeed, we're going to be having such a lot of fun. We've got, of course, Rushka Johnson who runs this place here. That's why we're here. Check. Look how cool this place looks. I think this is going to be my studio from now on. We're going to try and see what's happening. Carol Jacobs online already. Whoop, from East London. You're in. You're in, Carol. Send me some comments. Send me the comments. Come on, do it. I'm here in Teresa Summer, all the way from Austria or Switzerland or Namibia, somewhere. I can't remember where you are, Teresa, but I think it's Switzerland. Or Austria, one or the other. Anyway, let me know where you're watching from, what you're drinking as well. I've got a little bit of. You see, check this out. Okay, because we're Dec Dec Coffee, we've got the skull, which Darren Fuller is going to absolutely love. Darren, this is for you. Somebody tag Darren in this because she's got to see this. This is full of skulls. Dec Dec Coffee's got this whole vibe. Dec Dec Coffee, yeah. Indeed. Wendy Swannell, how's it? Gino, can smell something good brewing. Indeed you can. And you can probably see some of these coffees over here. Check them out. The little coffees are here. And also the food. Obviously, Fat Cats. Thank you so much, Grace, for bringing us some food. She gave us so much food tonight. I don't know how we're going to finish it all. I think we've had a go at it, but we're gonna try and eat as we go tonight as well. Fat Cats, thank you. There we go. There's the pyramids. Lovely to have Grace popping in every now and again. She's such a sweetie pie. She is, honestly. And of course, thank you to Fitch and Leeds, which we have quite a selection of Fitch and Leeds here tonight. I'm using I think I've got the pink gin. I've got the pink gin tonight, you know. And then and we've got and of course I put in a little bit of Spartacus gin, which normally the punters, we normally have the punters. There we go. Well done, Gary. That's lovely. And of course, Keith Clark is coming on Tuesday, next week, Tuesday. Keith Clark is going to be coming. We're going to be talking about the liquor industry because he's been in it all his life. And not only does he help us a bit with the punters and the Spartacus, but he's a font of knowledge when it comes to business like that. So, Camilla, how's it? I guys did the walk for Wilbur with Jagger at the grassroots today. The walk for Wilbur. It was fantastic, of course, for the horse care unit, the PE horse care. They look after the race horses and donkeys that are sort of maltreated, and they rescue these animals. And of course, they had at the grass roof today with Nikki, who was one of our guests a little while ago. Nikki, of course, running Grass Roof, they're a fantastic venue, and they had it there. They had a run there today. They had a run. Where did you come, Camilla? Whereabouts did you come in the run? Because there we go. Food looks delicious from. You're quite right. It is. Look at that. I mean, she's given us so much. Philippa, she's given us a whole pile of food here. So we've got leftovers for the next 3 days. Wendy Thompson, how's it there? Nice spot tonight. Don't you think so? Hey, look at this. It's beautiful. It's got like a vibe. Check out the big roaster in the background as well. Look at the roaster. I can put my fingers in there. Get out some coffee. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino's Spot. Thank you to Spa. Thank you to Fitch and Leeds. And thank you to Mobile for our internet, of course, always. And then of course, our punting with Keith. But we're going to speak to Keith on Tuesday, like I said too. So send me some comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Also, let us know if there's a problem. If there's any problems with sound or picture, you let us know. Okay, because this is all new to us. This going out. To meet people at the interviews, which is quite fun actually. At the back. Oh dear, you're at the back. I think Philippa came third apparently. I heard, according to from the grapevine. How's it from the UK? Oh, how's it good? How's the red list coming on there, Alan Carter? How's the red list? We've been lifted from it, so we can go there now. We just have to, we just can't talk to a lot of people when we arrive. We've got to, and we mustn't, the consonants apparently with Omicron, you can't say the consonants. So there's a couple of words that you can't say in Afrikaans because that would spread Omicron and also bad vibes. So send us some comments. I'm going to do a little song for you guys. And welcome to Gino's Spot. We're going to have a fantastic time tonight, I think. Indeed, as I drink my drink. When I wake up, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And when I go out, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I get drunk, well, you know I'm gonna be getting drunk with Gregory Bell. He says, Gino, with 100 oohs and ooh with a few exclamation marks. And I can see you, Teresa, and you're actually getting drunk on the show. That's right, you got it right. Every Tuesday and Saturday I'm on the floor. When I'm working, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And the money comes in for the work I do. I'll pass almost every penny on to you. And when I come home, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's coming along with you. And when I grow old, well, Teresa, some of that's right. You say love it every time when I'm with you. You say love it, lakker, Alan Carter. You speak in Afrikaans in the UK. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who's with Wendy Sonnell, watching from the Pichikama. Pichikama! Pichikama! Don't I say that? Cause God fits in the beginning, right? And I would walk 500 miles, but you'll have to walk 5,000 more to be right away from Austria, all the way across Africa to us today. Alright, Teresa! Teresa Summer! Come on, Alice! One more time. Here we go. As I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who comes 10,000 miles to fall down with your song. That's right. Well, you're gonna be the Teresa, thank you so much. We're having such a joy. We're going to have such a joy here tonight. I can see already. And obviously we have to thank our sponsors for this wonderful drinks that I'm having out of my special glass that I've got from Dec Dec Coffee with the skull on it. It makes me quite scared, you know. So let's have a look and see what Fitch and Leeds have to offer today. I think we've got our normally little clip from Justin, which Gary's going to slot on relatively soon, I think. Let's see what he's got to say. A little story.
Maurice Merlingson's mind swirled with ideas.
So, what's the story, Morris?
But it was never the right time to share his work. The demand was only a distraction.
Darling, just share.
Dad, I have a story.
With innovation as his only destination, he set off for new discoveries, a land of uncharted stories. No idea was worth sharing until he had redefined perfection. But the perfect discovery had left him behind.
Hey, you look like you've been on a journey. So what's your story?
For exceptional ideas are meant to be shared.
Indeed, the bespoke mixers. Now, that's fantastic. Yeah, I think that was a competition that they ran a little while ago, and so the students had a go at that advert. I think that was probably the winning story. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to call on our special guest, Rushka Johnson from Dec Dec Coffee. Let's see if we've got a little introduction for Rushka. Very, very nice little thing there. Rushka, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you on, and thank you for inviting us into your home.
It's a
I
pleasure.
don't know if this. I mean, this is this the shop obviously opens from Tuesdays until Saturdays. Is that right?
Yes, Tuesday
Yes.
to Saturday, so we're a coffee roastery,
Yes,
but we serve our coffee so you can taste it
of course.
and fall in love with it.
Yes.
And buy the bags.
Well, I have. It's amazing. It's honestly amazing. And the whole Death by Coffee, is that the shop called Death by Coffee as well?
Yeah. Our roastery is Dec Dec Coffee Roastery.
In High Street in Mount Pleasant.
Yes.
If you go if you're going up Bosfontein Road, just after the spa, hook a left, and it's 2 or 3 houses up. Is the post office just down here as well? Isn't it?
Used to be.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Okay, it was.
Yeah.
We used to come and get our licenses and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And how long's it been going for? Is it?
Okay, I'll tell
yeah.
you the story.
Yeah, tell me the
You
story.
wanna hear the
Tell me
story?
the story about the coffee shop. There we go.
Okay.
There's Ricolette's watching
Hey Ricolette, how are you?
from my lock shed and looking good for.
Yeah, we're going to talk about you soon, Ricolette.
okay,
We're not going
Ricolette.
to miss talking
We're
about
not gonna,
Ricolette.
yeah, we're going to talk about the festivals. We've got all sorts
Later,
of stuff to
yeah.
talk about. Yeah.
Well, the story of the coffee.
The story about the coffee.
The
Death
history
by
of
Coffee.
our coffee roastery. It's a
Yes.
family coffee roastery.
Okay.
So, together with my family, we
Yes.
started the roastery. And it started with me being very sort of adamant about having organic beans.
Yes.
And I used to get green organic beans, and I used to roast them in a pan.
The pan, yes.
And I
You
had
can do
one
that.
of those old grinders that you grind at the kitchen table.
I love it.
And every morning we would roast our coffee in the pan and then grind it and drink our coffee. And then I couldn't get the green beans anymore, the organic green beans.
Oh, right.
So I said to my dear husband, I can't find organic green beans, we need to find them. And I tried to source them
Yeah.
online, and I could only find them in this big coffee, 10,000 Rand coffee sack.
Oh.
So I thought, oh my goodness, how am I going to get these beans? So I spoke to a few of my friends and I said, guys, do you want to share the price of these
Yes.
green beans? And they said, but we don't know how to roast the beans. Well, you roast them and then we will do that.
Yeah, okay.
So I was thinking, okay, I'm going to be with my pan, shaking.
It's quite heavy.
It's actually, you can roast your own coffee
Yes,
in a
you can.
pan,
I
but
think people don't know that. You
Yeah.
can actually roast your own coffee
I'll
as well in a pan.
describe how to do that if
Yeah.
anyone wants to know. And I thought I'm going to be roasting in a pan, but I thought, okay, I'm going to get a big pan. So I was telling my husband about this idea. Okay, I'm going to start roasting for my friends these organic beans. And then he got a bee in his bonnet and he started researching coffee roasters.
Roasters, yes.
And he found a beautiful one that was made in South Africa. And then before I knew it, I had this massive truck coming down the road with this, that we had to trim the trees at the top, bringing.
Holy crap.
And I thought, that's a very big pan. Jokes, I knew it was a roaster, but
Yes.
so then before we knew it, we had a coffee roaster.
Wow.
And then next thing we knew, we were launching a whole roastery. But
Exactly.
it was amazing because we thought, okay, let's do this as a family. It's a nice way of learning how to run a business. We can do it with
Yeah.
the kids because we homeschool the kids. And we thought,
Yeah.
well, let's learn how to do this. Let's do it together. Let's
Yes.
bring in all of the different skills that we all have and try and learn together how to run a business. And we had our roaster on our small holding in a garage.
Okay.
And my husband learned how to roast, and him and my son, he was teaching my son.
Yeah.
And and then we just were brainstorming. We thought, let's
Yeah.
come up with a whole name, and let's
Yeah.
just come up with a whole. It was so nice.
Yeah.
And then
Because of marketing, I
Yeah.
think marketing-wise,
Yeah.
Death by Coffee is amazing, and the whole look that you've got with these skeletons.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You can have a look here. I'll bring it close up so you can have a squiz. I love that look. It's fantastic.
So then we thought, okay, Death by Coffee. Death by chocolate.
Yes.
Death by coffee. It's so good. You feel like you died and went to heaven.
Yes.
It's like die of happiness, death. Things like that.
Of course.
But then and skeletons are cute, but we didn't want scary, evil
Yeah.
skeletons. We wanted to give them a bit of like character and make sort of combine the different loves
Yeah.
that we have in our home. My one
Yes.
daughter, she loves Jane Austen, and so we thought, let's make Jane Austen vibe skeletons. And then my oldest daughter, I said, go and draw me some skeletons with a top hat and a lady sitting at a table. And
Yes. That's just you
like,
drew them.
yeah. So then she look how cute they are.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm showing you. So then
This way a bit. There we go.
So then she just went and she drew, you know, little cute Jane Austen vibe skeletons. And then that, so it started like all of us
it's
just.
all about the marketing as well, and about how it looks and feels. You know, I think too. You have to have your good quality beans, but if you're somebody who's roasting and you care about it, then you want it to have everything. You want
Of
it to
course.
have all those little things. And
Yeah.
It
It's
looks
nice
amazing.
to have. Oh, thanks.
It really does.
We love it.
And it makes you want to go and buy. It's like, oh, let's try this one. This one looks like it's gonna be really cool. It is.
That one with the couple sitting.
Yes.
It's the and then we
Yes.
did like a little. We involved people with ideas, so we could come up with ideas. Hey, Teresa, I love your creative, inspiring. Oh no, Teresa, you're so sweet. Thank you for saying such kind things. You're so sweet.
There we go.
Was
Best
it?
coffee, says Liesel.
Oh, thanks, Liesel. Thank you so much.
Chantel, it's a cool story.
Hey, Chantel. So then we, of course, then we could have our organic beans.
Yeah.
We only wanted to use organic because we cared about the environment and things like that,
Yeah.
and health and all of that. So, but the funny thing is that, I don't know if you think it funny. I didn't think it was funny at the time, but I can look back and laugh now.
Yes.
But so we launched our coffee roastery, and then my husband had to go and work in America.
Oh.
He learned how to roast with my dear son,
Oh, wow.
and I was doing the other things. Okay.
So then
And then he went to America
just
a
buggered
month.
off?
No, he had to go for work. Remember, he
Yes.
pays for everything.
Yes.
So
He left
I
you with the
wasn't.
roaster.
So then he went. He had to go off to America, and I had to quickly now learn how to roast, and it was very sweet. He was sitting there from America, telling me step by step. I mean, it's not. Once you know how, it's not difficult.
It's fine. It's a
But it was
process.
step by step, and so a process. So I'm sitting there trying to roast these beans and I think I burnt a few batches, and they landed as compost in the garden.
Oh, my word.
But luckily, I was trying it out on like bad quality, like cheaper beans, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
But I just thought, okay,
I know.
I have to just do this. Let me just, Justin, you know.
It's on an iPad these days when you get like this
Yeah,
amazing stuff in it.
Well,
You
yeah.
can- and there's a graph to try and
Yes.
figure out how
Yeah.
what the roast profile is going to be. It's just like
Yeah.
so
So once I roasted off his profile,
Yes,
he's got a really good profile,
Yes.
and he creates the profile and then you roast off. So once you know, it's not hard.
yeah.
But just that beginning process. So then I didn't roast nearly as nicely as him, but I just tried my best, you know.
Yes.
And then he came back, and then so what we did was we had roasted from home.
Yeah.
We did our launch in our house, invited all our friends, and then we had them tasting all the different coffees.
Okay.
And you should have seen the people. They were drinking. They each had about 7 or 8 cups of coffee, and everyone was, because you know when people drink
Nuts.
lots of coffee, their
Talking.
eyes were big and they
Yes.
were buzzing. It was so nice, and everyone was buzzing. And then only afterwards I realized these poor people. They're drinking so much coffee because they're tasting all of our
Yes,
different coffees,
of course.
and as the day went on, everybody was
Yeah,
getting
it's
wild.
freaked out, you know.
Yeah, so but it was really
Yeah,
nice.
it's
It was
cool.
so nice.
And I
yeah.
love the way that you involved everybody. But
Yeah.
I think the thing that I love about this sort of thing and what fits into the show so nicely is the fact that you guys are entrepreneurs. Like to take that step to actually do this as well. It takes money and it takes a risk.
Yeah.
You know, and I think people like to hear a story like that because everybody's trying to do something, you know, especially
Yeah.
during COVID now.
Yeah.
People have to start from scratch, you know, and how do you start from scratch? Well, you just jump off.
Sure, it is difficult. Yeah, we did have to adapt in COVID.
Yeah.
So before COVID, we used to do pop-up coffee shops for people to taste.
Oh, okay.
And then we used to pop them up at different art events and things like that. And then my daughter and I, we decided, pop-up coffee shops, pop up a whole coffee shop is quite difficult.
Yeah.
So then we decided that we were going to open up a cafe instead of popping up.
Yes.
And so where we are
Yes,
now,
yes.
this venue where we are now actually was our first home that my husband and I ever bought
Oh,
19 years ago.
wow.
So this was our first home, and two of our kids were born in this house,
Yes.
and we've just kept it.
You
ever
have them
since.
in the house?
Yeah, home birth in the
Oh,
house.
my soul.
Yeah.
Because that's another whole story.
Yeah, that's like,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
that was lovely. It was so
Yeah,
nice.
okay.
So we kept the house, and then we live a small holding. And
So you kept
so we
rented it
kept
out
this
or-
house ever since, and we were always thinking, what can we do? What can we do with it?
Yeah.
My husband has his office here, and my daughter and I, my middle daughter and I, opened up the cafe.
Okay.
But it was 6 months before lockdown,
Oh man.
and then lockdown happened,
So-
and we had to adapt. Like you said,
Yes, yeah.
people have to adapt and lockdown and
pivot. I hate
Yeah.
using these words,
but it was
yeah.
it ended up being a good thing, because what it did was it spurred me onto figuring out how to do like online shopping
Yeah.
and being able to courier to different people around South
Yes.
Africa, and it actually forced me to do that,
to learn stuff. Eh?
to learn how to like set up those online
Yeah.
sites and everything, and so it ended up being a good thing. And then we started roasting for the Morning Shot. A shout out to the Morning Shot,
Morning
hosted
Shot.
by Ramon Cabernac. Yeah.
Okay.
So he does.
Sounds like a wine.
Haven't you seen it?
No.
I'm
no.
gonna send you a link.
No, I'm gonna do
So
it.
he used to do the Renegade Report, and he does a news analysis.
Oh, okay.
And he's brilliant, and he does it every morning, and we became his roasters. It's called
Oh,
the Morning
wow.
Shot. So
Okay.
we started roasting for him in lockdown,
Wow.
and he has lots of viewers, and
Yes.
so it spurred me on to now I must get this online site going, because this admin is taking me so long. So that it ended up being a good thing. We ended up, because sometimes when you're stuck in a situation where you're forced to adjust and
Yeah.
adapt, it's adapt or die.
Yes, yes.
So you got to like
You need that
Figure
kick up the
things
arse,
out.
basically.
Yeah.
It's just that kick. Okay, if we don't do this now, it's not going to happen. But you
Yeah.
mentioned something about admin. I mean,
Yeah.
how are you with admin? I would rather poke my own
struggle.
eyes out.
I struggle. But we can't always only do the nice things.
Yes, we got to do
We
the
have to
yucky
do
things
those
as well.
other things too.
Di,
Hey, Di from America.
From America.
How are you?
Excellent.
Oh my gosh.
You got the
Mwah.
right. Di, you've got the right
Mwah.
name for Death by Coffee.
Hey, Shanae.
Di.
How are
Hey,
you?
Shanae.
Blood sister, rocking it. Woo
Excellent.
woo. Hey,
Yes,
Lee.
Jack and Sally vibes too. What's Jack and Sally vibes?
Oh wow, and there's Elizabeth. Hi, Lizzie. Coffee Mama is multi-talented, Gino.
There you go. Elizabeth Wells saying hi there.
wow.
They're Kathy from
Kat.
so best place in town, eh?
Spot. Oh, Breeze. Mwah.
Breeze Johnson.
Hello.
Is that family?
Hi, Mama. We're watching.
That's the family there
Oh,
online.
this is
Elizabeth Welsh
sweet.
is Mama Coffee's multi-talented. Just the top of, I know. We're going to talk
Hello,
about.
Anakin.
We're just going to scratch now, and we're going to go underneath that iceberg soon.
They're so sweet. Oh,
There's lots of
yeah.
hearts for you from
Anakin.
Anakin.
That's funny. Love you guys.
And it's so even the Star Wars guys. There.
You guys are so sweet. Oh, yeah, man. I'm going to cry. Woo.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so.
Elizabeth as well. It's nice
This
to
is very-
have people online to say hi
Oh,
as well.
man. So
And-
sweet.
And I think
Yeah.
as an entrepreneur, you
Yes.
need that encouragement too. You do
So
need it.
nice. And I have to say, like, I working with my family, our family are we support each other in everything. I've got tears now. We're so supportive of
Making
each
her
other.
cry.
I know, because I'm happy to see them. So we're very supportive of one another, and we love working with each other, and we just love being with each other.
Yeah.
So doing things with my beautiful family is so wonderful. We figured out what each other's strengths are. We know how to balance each other out, and and we just love each other, and we love doing things together. So doing this with my family is probably the best thing for me.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
love it.
It's
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Your life is about your relationships and about your family. I always say
I
that.
agree, yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
can have that time with your family, isn't it amazing that you can do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh, admin, exactly, Monzel.
Yeah.
I hate admin. Jeez, like
Some people have like a whole team that do different things.
Isn't it amazing that
But
you can have a team?
we don't
You
have
just say,
that.
just do that, and
Yeah.
then it happens.
Like somebody will do like the admin, and somebody would type up the thing, and I'm always amazed.
No, I don't
and
want to
then
do any of those
you're sitting
things.
doing everything. You know, when you're doing everything.
Type up and put the invoices out and write and then take it and then sign and stamp stuff. I know.
So all of the people out there who do good admin, kudos to you.
We love you. We
Yeah.
so love you, and come
respect.
and speak to me because I need somebody.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Gino needs an admin person. Anyone?
I do,
Anyone?
I'm terrible. I'm not for my coffee as well. I've got my and I don't know what got you into coffee originally. In the pan, that's so cool.
I really like coffee, but we have a saying here.
Yeah. Yes.
Respect the bean. That's what we say.
Respect the bean.
Because you must respect coffee.
Yes.
It is a stimulant.
Yes.
So one should not overdose.
Yes, okay.
One
so
should
be
respect
careful.
the bean. Yes. So, but because I don't drink a lot of coffee, and I don't feel nice when I drink too much coffee.
Yes.
So I love coffee, but I don't drink a lot of it.
Okay.
So when I have my cup of coffee, it must be perfect.
Yes.
It must be in exactly the right cup. It must be exactly right, because you don't want to waste your 1 or 2 cups of coffee on bad coffee.
This is
And I
true.
think that's why I'm so particular
you
about
only
good
have
coffee.
1 or 2 a day, I mean.
Yeah.
Really?
But it must be perfect.
I have
If
like 5.
it's not perfect, I won't drink it. I'll wait.
I always drink
Do you
because my
drink
mother
5?
always told me you've got to
Yeah?
finish everything on your plate.
I would.
why.
Hi, Leon. Roasty Bean is at home. It's her bedtime.
A roasty
Bean.
Roasty bean.
Roasty Bean is our roastery cat.
Oh, roastery
Yeah.
cat.
Her name is Roasty Bean Lily Mueller Chestnut Wee Johnson.
Oh, it's
So-
also got Johnson at the end, though.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
So we found her on the side of the road,
Oh, okay.
and at our coffee roastery we thought there's one thing missing. It's a cat sleeping on your lap.
Yes.
So then we found her on the side of the road,
Oh, wow.
and oh man, she's so cute. And then everybody started giving her names.
Oh, right.
And we took all of those names. And my little niece in America, who's maybe watching, hi Sierra, if you're watching, she sent me a message and she said, I feel in my heart that her name is Chestnut. She sent me a message when she saw, so I had to give her that
Chestnut
name.
as well.
So everyone comes and they all
Give her whichever.
So
she just
cute.
answers to whatever. The
Yeah.
cat doesn't really care what you decide to give her as a name. Lee Hanks says, how's it? Show
The cup.
Gino the cup.
Oh!
The cup. Okay.
Oh, Lee, I'm going to show him the cup, okay?
Okay, yes.
This is a very special cup.
Yes.
But we'll go there just now.
Okay,
We'll
we're
get the
going
cup.
to go there. We're going to go.
We're gonna
Should
make-
we
we're
go to
gonna
the
make-
cup? I don't mind.
Should I bring it? I'll bring the cup.
Bring the cup.
Okay,
bring
wait,
the cup.
I'm
Let me
gonna
see.
bring-
I'm going
There
to.
was-
Is it like this cup over here? This
But
one.
where
This-
is the cup?
This thing over here. It looks amazing.
Oh, I don't know where the cup is now.
Oh, the cup's disappeared. The cup's not here.
I'll find the cup and I will show him. Okay,
Oh.
it's a special cup that we have.
Yes,
Yeah,
because Justin, her husband, has probably put the cup somewhere.
Don't blame him. It's probably
No,
me.
no,
I'm
he's
usually
just
the
not
one
here.
who loses.
It's easy to blame.
I was blaming someone. who's not
Justin,
here.
just as a note, Justin is a muser as well. He played a bit of guitar.
My husband.
Yes.
He still
was,
plays sometimes,
still
but
plays.
he does other things. But he is the best in
I
the whole
knew him
world.
I knew him when he
Yes.
was a muser. you know,
Yes.
and he used to come into Pop Shop all the time and even built his own guitars. Played with
I
Marcus.
know.
Anybody know Marcus? Justin and Marcus were mates. Marcus has come up in quite a few of our
Really?
shows. Yeah.
Everyone knows Marcus.
Everybody knew Marcus. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so, okay. So tell us about the cup. What is the cup?
It's just a beautiful cup that we love. When you come in, I will show you the cup. I will show
Okay.
people the cup.
It's been washed.
You must meet Lee, by the way. Lee, she's so sweet.
Lee?
Lee is this, one of our beautiful regulars who comes in, and
Not
she
Lee Miles.
is it
Lee
Lee?
Rohoff.
Is it the right Lee?
Oh, this Lee Hanks. Oh,
Lee?
I see.
I hope I've got your surname right.
Hanks.
If it's you, Lee, then Lee, is it you?
Yes.
She has this like a trike,
Oh.
custom made trike with a VW engine in the back,
Whoa.
and it's painted, and it's got the tattoos on her arm are on her trike, and her husband has one, and he has a painting of her on his trike.
Oh man.
And she makes these beautiful shawls with skulls on, and she showed me, and then she made me one and gave it for a present. Yeah, she's so sweet. That's-
Lee, send a picture to Gary at centerstage.co.za.
Yeah, so
and we can even put a picture of that bike on here while we're here.
I'll send you a pictures on our Facebook page, guys. You can
Well,
have a look.
she can send it right now. Gary at centerstage.co.za. Send a picture of your bike and let's see if we can get it on.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But I mean, those are the type of people we meet.
Yeah.
So they come in, they bring us presents. Somebody gave us a Christmas present today, and people bring us books. Somebody gave us a chess set because we're going to have a chess tournament here.
What a fantastic idea.
Yeah. So I mean,
The youngsters are
yeah.
getting into chess as well. eh?
we all play chess, and my kids love chess.
Yeah.
So it's not just about coffee, see?
Yeah, it's everything, hey?
Because we love people,
Yeah.
and we love community,
Yeah.
and we love we love meeting people. We love hearing about people. Love hearing about what they're thinking and like
And a coffee
who
shop
are
is
they?
the place to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know when people sit at a bar,
Yeah.
that it's coffee. They're not getting.
Yeah.
They're sober
Yeah.
and they're drinking
Drinking
their
a
coffee.
little bit.
No, but
Tell
no,
me about it.
no, it's not like that. It's much nicer
So much to go-
because they're awake. Yes, and so people we chat and about their lives and people chat with one another around the room and like it's so nice.
It is cool.
We really love it so much.
And
yeah.
I mean, and the coffee beans. I mean,
Yeah.
the specific beans you
Yeah.
do you get in from
Yeah.
where?
So
what's your favorite? Which one
yeah.
is your favorite one?
everything's organic, Rainforest Alliance, fair trade, all of those things, and
Fair trade.
we find those beans, and we like African beans.
Yes.
And then they come, we roast, we taste. I do the tasting and the mixing. We all have a little taste and just make sure we like it. And my son actually roasts. So he started roasting when he was 10, and he's 15 now, and he roasts off my husband's
So
profile.
really got 5 years experience.
Yeah, well, he couldn't. You see, when you roast, you might know.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of concentration. It's not difficult,
Yeah.
but it requires concentration.
Focus.
So you've got to actually sit for 3 hours or whatever, and
Yeah.
not. You can't like go and talk to someone.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't read a book.
Can't
you
check your phone.
You
messages.
sit. Yeah, you have to sit and you have to be focused. And he couldn't do that when he was younger, but now he can.
Okay.
And he roasts off my husband's profile, and he has some of his own profiles. So it's so nice.
Yeah,
Just-
and you work with new stuff, all the
Yeah.
new profiles and new beans, and it's always something exciting. It's
Yeah.
never the same.
Yeah.
Because you've got to try and obviously if you've got certain variants,
Yeah.
then you have to try and keep them
Yeah.
as consistent as possible. But I quite like
Yeah,
the idea.
I sometimes change up my blends. I have to say,
Is it,
they're
you
not
like to do it?
perfectly measured.
Yes.
I kind of just like throw.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little bit of this, a little bit of
Yeah.
that.
What about that?
I kind of have my blends, but every now and again I change them up. It's
Sure.
not meticulously measured.
Yeah.
It's just I throw it together and I taste it. And I
You like that, but
yeah.
you'll be using certain beans for certain ones of these.
Yeah.
What I see what's this? The cry?
So this one is called
Yeah.
Gino.
Yes.
It's called Hold the Sugar Baby, You Sweet Enough,
Oh right.
because you don't need sugar.
It smells so nice. It smells amazing. I don't know if you guys can smell it. Have a smell quickly. Smell that. Eh? Smells like television, eh? Yeah. Smells like television. No,
But we
that's
don't
great.
only serve coffee here.
Okay, so
We do other things.
Oh yes.
Yes, no,
Okay, not that
because
stuff.
we all in our home we love the arts.
Ah.
I studied fine art,
Oh.
and we love music, we love art, we
At
love
Typical?
poetry. Yeah, studied here.
Oh, wow,
Yes,
okay.
majored in sculpture.
Wow.
Best lecturer ever. So we,
No.
David.
David. I can't remember his surname now as
What
well.
is it?
Uh,
I'm very old. Oh dear.
no,
Forgot.
I'm thinking of Jones. I'm sure we Graham Jones.
No, David Jones.
David Jones.
Forgot. Sorry
No,
if I
Graham
forgot your
Jones.
surname. No, but anyway.
Yeah.
So we love the arts. So
Yes.
we have things called art slams here.
Yes.
Art
Oh, they can
slam.
tell us. They can tell us.
Yeah.
They can tell us online. Who's the David, the arts guy?
David Jones, I'm sure.
I know, it's
My
like-
art. There was a Graham Jones,
Yeah, okay,
but he
David
wasn't
Jones.
my lecturer. I was David Jones.
Okay.
I'm a sculpture lecturer. When I
Okay.
studied 20 how million years ago.
Okay, okay.
So
Okay, so art.
because we love the arts,
Yes.
we love jazz, we love music,
Yes.
we have art slams at the roastery,
Okay.
where we get musicians and artists and things like that in, and it's just free and everyone
Like a
just comes in.
barista jam kind of, but more like a roasting.
It's
jam.
like it's like going and watching jazz or poetry, but with coffee instead of alcohol. And in the morning instead of at night.
Okay.
And where because sometimes kids want to watch jazz, but they can't go to a bar.
Yeah.
Or like
My kids don't want to watch jazz.
what? Jazz is so nice. So that's why I want to tell you about what we're doing this weekend.
Yes. Well,
Can I?
let's just do it. Yes,
Or are we
yes.
still gonna?
No, I think we've gone. Gary always says we're
Should
supposed to do
we-
it later. We're supposed
Oh,
Gary's insisting on being
no.
very rigid.
Can we,
Going to make us some coffee. At some
Oh,
point.
really?
Okay,
Yes.
I'll make you coffee now.
Shall we do coffee now? Let's do coffee now. And we can talk
Who
about
wants
that.
coffee? Cappuccino?
Yes, cappuccinos.
Americano.
We're going to go around now. And Gary's hopefully going to. We've got a microphone here as well. We've got a microphone around here. Now, Gary will have to. There he's got. There we're right here. He's got. You better switch that camera again. You can see the. There we go.
So,
That looks lovely. Okay, so the little grinder.
what am I making you?
A cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I might put some gin in.
Gross.
You can have a coffee with a bit of whiskey. That's a
Oh, yeah.
a
What's that
nice
called
little Irish
again?
coffee.
Irish coffee.
Irish coffee. It's going to have to.
And it has
have a go.
cream in it, eh?
It has got cream and
Yeah.
it's quite nice. And if you put a little bit of something on, like a little bit of what do you call that brown thing? Chocolate. A
Sugar.
little bit of chocolate or the woody stuff. What's it?
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Woody stuff.
Yeah,
Cinnamon.
cinnamon.
Woody stuff.
Cinnamon. You put a little bit of cinnamon in, a little bit of thing. It was very nice, and you drink that coffee with the whiskey through the cream.
I don't
and
drink
it's-
alcohol, so
I know.
I'll just
I
have the
know.
coffee
I'm
without
going
the-
to try and.
Why would you want
peer
to-
pressure you into drinking alcohol?
Listen, I would not want to taint the taste of coffee. It is perfect.
Oh my!
One does not need other ingredients in coffee.
Alcohol is such a nice ingredient. I'm just
I
saying.
disagree. I think coffee by itself is delish.
Gary says he doesn't trust people who don't drink alcohol. But that's just because of his. Hey? Donald Trump doesn't drink alcohol. Did you know that? Now you're in the same boat.
Yeah,
All
so
right. So, and just as a matter of thing, you're getting that little bit of air in to the milk. So
you're just telling people how we do what we do.
Yeah, with the
Oh,
milk.
making
it looks
steamed
like
milk.
Steamed milk is like almost like wet paint. It looks like kind of wet paint. When
Must
you
I
get
come close to the camera to pour?
I don't know if no, it's all right. So if Gary can zoom in there.
Oh.
You see, and she's so blooming good at it as well. She's really good. There we go. Look at that. That's lovely. That is so cool. A perfect tulip.
Is that tulip?
Yes.
That's pretty, eh?
Tulips. Tiptoe through the tulips.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Fantastic. And that this machine is beautiful as well.
Yeah, have a sip.
It's very nice indeed. And I'm very jealous of the amount of beautiful crema that you get on the top there, and it's so dark, and it tastes so good.
Let's show them.
Yes, bring it around. We're gonna see if we can get it down there. All right, can we zoom down on it? Look at that. That looks good. I've taken a slurp out of it, so you can see there. You can see that's fabulous. We couldn't find the cup, apparently the cup is so
Sorry,
cool.
Lee, the cup is in a
Just
special
disappeared.
place.
Somebody stole the
We're
cup.
only keeping it for you, Lee.
Fantastic. It's just so good. It's so damn. I'm very, very jealous of the fact that your coffee is so good. Really, really is. And I do, and I love the market. Like I said, the marketing is important as well.
Yeah.
In terms when people see this, see that thing, and I've tried with my own coffee as well. I've got to try to tie in the music and the feel, and it just gives you a feel. When you look at it, it's like you've got a vibe, So that's Death by Coffee. That's your section in the market. You got that, and it's so good.
Oh,
It's so good.
that's nice.
So, I mean, as far as getting it out there, are you supplying? Who do you supply? I mean, who do you sell to?
Well, I just wanted to see what Shannon
Yes,
says.
Shannon.
Hi.
Shannon's, Anakin says the warmest coffee community. Yes,
Oh, is that
indeed,
from Anakin?
Yes. That's not Brad's boy, Anakin.
Shannon, love the coffee and conversation at Death by Coffee.
Hey, yo.
Shannon.
Roastery. Leon Geier.
Hey,
Death by Coffee
Susie.
is the place. Then
Oh.
everybody knows your name.
Thanks. Oh, that's
Right, there we
true.
go.
We meet
Visits.
nice people here, guys.
Catching up.
We meet such nice people. So, from all different walks of life.
Do
Like,
you also serve food in your coffee shop?
yeah, we have like beautiful croissants and
Croissant.
macaroons and handmade chocolates from Hog's Back
Oh, no
and
ways.
chocolatey things and
What of those
we source
handmade chocolates from Hog's Back? That
Hog's
sounds
Back
like it's
chocolates, Hog's Back chocolates, and it's got all beautiful, perfect ingredients without any rubbish. We find quality,
Yes.
quality
All
things.
Organic.
Hey Tanya,
So
how are
Tanya
you?
Hemmings saying
Thanks.
love your coffee, love your coffee.
Oh.
Death by Coffee. It kept me going through some challenging
Oh,
times.
okay.
My goodness.
Handmade chocolates. Yes.
It's like having a vaccine actually.
We won't go there, but
So that you know what a brofie is? No, I don't know what a brofie. I think I've heard of a brofie before, but I can't.
Oh.
Brandy and coffee. Is it brandy and coffee?
oh,
It could be.
That must be
could
terrible.
Keith's got it going on there. You can explain that on Tuesday, Keith, when you come into the show as well. He's gonna pop in. But yeah, they no alcohol people. They I find wine people and coffee people are quite similar in the way they look at things.
Maybe tasting,
And
the tasting. Oh, maybe the different.
The whiskies, you know, gin is, I find, gin is like you've got to infuse it and it's like thing, but whiskey as well, it also is a different. Beatrice Schneider Cooper in Switzerland, you put Kirsch schnapps in the coffee.
Oh, and
whipped
cream. That should be like, what's that thing we were talking about?
Yes, Irish coffee, but it's actually a Switzerland coffee. It's a correct Cafe Royale.
Jeez, these people know lots about coffee.
They do.
Right?
They like to put alcohol in the coffee.
Listen, I like my coffee neat, everybody.
Yes,
we don't need other things.
But you won't believe how many people are going to put stuff in your coffee now.
No, I don't mind if other people...
Yes,
no, they must drink it how they like it.
Yes.
I don't... of course.
No,
I drink it how I like it.
We're going to push... Lee Hooks... So Lee Hanks saying, looking forward to my Saturday morning blueberry muffin and coffee fix.
Oh, that's Lee.
The blueberry muffins, I like that. Do you make them here?
Yes, I don't think we'll have them on Saturday though, but we'll have croissants.
Croissants for you.
Yeah.
Maybe they will put a blueberry in your croissant.
Just for you.
Just for you.
Yeah.
So all these alcohol, coffee alcohol. But I was saying the guys with wine, and which is really an art as well to produce the wine and to you know, the barrels and the way they produce it is very similar to the way coffee works, and whiskey as well. Whereas gin is like sort of pure alcohol and then infuse it or whatever. So these other ones are like like the way they make it is very important in the art of making it, especially with wines. And Gary's a wine fundi; he loves it, and that same love goes into the coffee, you know. And I always say it's crazy that the coffee comes such a long way from the berries to drying out, and it takes such. The Afrikaans Verduis love death by coffee as well.
Thank you.
And Lee, mwah.
She's kissing me back.
She's kissing your back. What is this?
Oh, someone from Switzerland.
What?
Oh.
Shumi from Switzerland.
Wow.
What is what are you drinking, Chef Abelweit?
Yeah, you know, you were saying like the love, the care and the time. It also goes back to, you know, seeing where it's grown.
Yes.
So for us, it's important that because it's such a long process, because you've got to remember, like, coffee is the second biggest industry in the world after oil. So it's a big money industry.
Yeah.
So we care about like where does it come from? What farm does it come from?
Yeah.
How are the people treated on the farm?
Yeah, the free trade.
Is the money going back into the community, or are the community just being stripped and then made to work? So it's important.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Yes.
So we care about those kind of things, and that's also how we pick our beans.
Yeah.
So we want the people that are working away at the farm, the money that they get to go back into the community, to serve the community, to uplift their community.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're just stripping things.
Yeah, that was a big
You know?
corporate. Coming in.
Yeah, so we care about that.
But also, I mean, you find like the fact that the beans it takes such a long time to get that bean dried and washed, and
it's a big process.
whatever they do to the beans to get it to the point where it's a green bean, then it gets packed into these things. It gets roasted to perfection by death by coffee, and then it gets sold as a bean, and then they cock it up in the coffee shop.
No.
The last little bit that they get to do is just a cock up.
No, not always.
It's not always, I know.
I think
you need that barista.
I wonder if a bad barista could totally mess up good coffee.
Yeah.
I think that a really good barista could not fix really bad coffee beans, no matter how good they were.
Yes, you could, but the coffee bean.
But a
makes
very,
big
very
difference.
bad barista could maybe mess up good beans.
Well, could it also be the machine that hasn't been cleaned in like 20 years, and then they boil the milk to like scalding hot, and then it's like.
Okay, well, let's talk positive things.
You
now.
know, no, but I'm saying
we don't do that.
That we don't do that, and it's become less and less a problem.
I mean, there's so many good baristas.
There are a lot of good baristas around now. And people are getting trained, and it's coming out of that now. Yeah. So when you get a bad cup of coffee, you can afford to be really pissed off.
Oh my gosh. There's something that I wanted to say. Oh, you were talking about the beans and the drying process. Did you guys know, who here knew that coffee is actually a berry?
It's a berry, yes.
Did anyone know it's a berry? You can take, we've got a little coffee tree in our garden. You can take the berries and then you can suck them and they're sweet and they're thin little soft berry thing around. Sweet. And
I've
you can
never
suck the
tasted one.
outside and you can, so I wonder how many of you knew that coffee comes from a berry.
A berry, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they sometimes wash it and they sometimes dry it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're like
there's different
sometimes
techniques.
sometimes they let it ferment on the bean and they dry it. Sometimes they wash all the berry off. There's different ways, that make different tastes. In the processing, that's before you've even roasted it. So depending on how it's processed, does change the taste.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes you see it's these small little hand washing machines. Sometimes they're in a big factory and they're scrubbing the beans, and sometimes they just lay them out to ferment, dry in the sun.
Do you still go back to your pan every now and again?
I haven't in a while, but I have explained to people how to roast on a pan.
Tell the people out there.
So basically, guys, if you want to roast your own coffee in a pan, we've got green beans. You can come get them from us. Nothing in the pan, dry pan.
Dry, yes.
Okay.
One of those black.
Quite
ones.
hot. But you've got to continuously move the pan because it's just going to burn on the bottom. So you shake, and actually coffee makes like a popping sounds like popcorn.
Yes.
So what happens is as it heats up, the bean expands and it's got a husk on the outside and it makes like a popping sound and that husk comes off.
Okay.
It actually, when you're roasting, it can crack twice. We call it cracking. So first crack and second crack. So you will, as you're shaking it around, you will hear pop, pop, pop like popcorn.
Yes.
And you want to keep it moving. And then when you think all of them have popped, you kind of watch.
Yeah.
Then you've roasted your coffee. And then you take it, and what I do is I put it in a sieve. You know those, what's it called? A sieve? Is it like a thing? And then I just take it outside. A colander. Is it called a colander?
With the spaghetti ones.
Yeah, and I take it outside and I flick it.
Flick it.
And then the wind blows and all the husks come off.
Yes.
Yeah, you must make sure you get rid of those husks.
You blow the husk.
Yeah. And then,
unless you got COVID, don't blow them. Then just leave it in the wind.
Unless what?
No, you can blow unless you got COVID.
Well, if you're drinking it yourself,
that's fine.
So then you can grind it. You can crush it with a stone, or you can put it in a blender, or you can grind it in one of those old grinders.
Old grinders. I've just bought one of those old grinders when I was down in Prince Albert.
Yeah, they're nice.
And they're just lovely. I
Yeah.
once said Kopi Lowak. Where can you? Now, Jeff,
what's
the Coffee
that?
Lowak. I know about the Coffee Lowak. Now,
it?
Jeff, that you don't want to taste because that is come out the civet cats.
I've tasted that before.
But they force feed those civet cats, man.
Yeah, it's
don't
not
do
good.
it. Don't do it, Jeff. They are. It's like foie gras. It's like it might taste beautiful. It must be super expensive.
It's not that great actually. It's very expensive.
Yeah, it's very, very expensive. But they force feed those civet cats. I think.
No, they die.
And it's not good for them, man. So it's like if you're eating that, it's like shell.
Damn you, Jeffrey.
Damn you, Jeffrey. No, don't even go there. Don't even go there.
I've tasted them before though. They're not that amazing.
Yeah, no, I haven't tasted them myself, but I heard about them, especially. It's spoken of often because it's the most expensive coffee. It's supposed to be the best, but if you've got to do that to animals, then you don't want to. You don't want to be that guy. Don't be that guy, Jeff.
He was just asking. Jeffrey?
No, he was just asking about
now
it.
you know.
We're not going to tell you where to get it. You won't. With those civet cats, they can
feed
hide.
them to your own cat. No, I'm joking. Don't do that.
Maybe you should try
No. Roasty bean.
No, roasty bean.
No.
Try, but you just don't. Maybe you can feed them a few so that they don't feel so bad. like their butt is not so sore.
No
after,
shame. A beaky? I will never do that to
And then it comes out in the poo, and then you
let
it dry and then.
Do they feed the green beans to the thing, or do they roast them and then feed it to them?
No, I don't know. I don't know if they eat the. I think they eat the
green bean.
Yeah, because that's how they discovered it. Obviously,
and then they roast it.
They would eat it like the marula berries, and they would eat it and then.
Jeff said, "Okay, you've convinced me. I'll stick to coffee and wine."
Good, Jeff. Now we're all good now, Jeff.
Good job, Jeff.
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Unless the civet cat really wants to have it, and then you can have a few, maybe one cup. Oh my word! But
Yeah.
it's a hectic trade. Philip was saying,
Yeah.
They talk to each other in the comments sometimes as
Yeah.
well. You know, see Vivian Trobic, of course you can. You should be in the UK by now. Oh my word!
Yeah.
So the different beans, the different things. It's all it all comes together in this beautiful little shop. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, thanks. We love it. We really love it.
All right, so let's just get into your history a bit here. Well, I know we must watch out for time as well, but we're okay. There's no rules with time here. We can go the whole night, you know. But you're PE born and bred as well.
No, I wasn't born in PE.
Oh, you're not?
We moved a lot.
Oh, look
I
at
lived
you.
in funny places, very
Funny
cute
places?
places. Like I lived in Clarence.
Clarence.
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful place ever.
Yeah, it's so
These
sweet.
days.
But I lived. Who of you know Clarence? Who of you have been to Clarence? You can tell me.
Clarence is
But I
beautiful.
lived there. Now Clarence has become like a little art hub,
Yes.
and it's kind of fashionable, and people go there for art. But when I lived there, it wasn't that yet.
Yes.
It was a little
Was it dump?
tiny. No, it wasn't a dump.
Oh,
It was
okay, wasn't
stunning. It was better than it is now.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah.
Oh.
So it was like we lived on the edge of a mountain cliff.
Wow.
And there was a forest right next to us and a beautiful dam, and we used to walk and we used to find fossils. It was so beautiful. And there was a tiny little school, and there were like 2 classrooms, and all of the grades were all in the same class. There were about 20 people in this whole school. And we used to walk barefoot, cross the river to go to school in the snow. Yeah, like run through the river.
Afrikaans in Clarence. You got any Afrikaans?
No, they were Afrikaans, but we weren't Afrikaans.
Okay.
In fact, we were the only people that weren't Afrikaans.
What was your maiden name then? Your
Gamarov.
Gamarov.
Gamarov. It's like
Oh,
Russian.
yes.
So,
Russian name.
yes.
Oh,
So
Russian.
it was so nice living there. And then we lived in Mafeking, Bapurit-Tswana, Mabatu.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and everyone spoke Tswana. We were also the only
Mafeking.
people who spoke English. Yeah.
Okay.
So we learned some Tswana, and then we had to learn Afrikaans when we went there. And so we moved.
This is
And
while
then
you were at school or before
yeah, we
school?
moved lots when we were kids,
Okay.
but it wasn't horrible.
Was your father a rambling man?
My father is a professor in linguistics
Oh.
and French, and he went around and so he taught at different places.
Okay.
So it wasn't. I liked it. It was adventurous to move around. It didn't traumatize me. It was fine.
Yeah, do you find? And I've spoken with Leon very much like Batuli. He says.
Oh, who? Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence. He said
Oh,
like Batuli.
yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. I
These
love
little
it.
towns are starting to explode as well.
Yes. So now it's like a hub. It's still beautiful. It's lovely now. It's a little art hub. It's so nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So then we came here to study art.
Okay.
And
Before, I was just saying that people who move around a lot really learn the skill of meeting people better than people. This is my theory. My theory goes that people who've moved a lot around as kids learn to make friends quicker.
Makes
Because they're
logical
used to it.
sense. But I think some people really are homebodies and they don't like to move a lot. I think it depends on your personality, maybe.
It does.
Yeah.
To read, but I feel even people that are introverts still learn to get out. They will become. They learn the extrovert skills, even though they don't really.
I wonder
enjoy
if that's
it.
true. I
don't
think
know,
some
do you
people.
think that?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think that if somebody's really an introvert
Yeah.
and they don't want to move a lot and they're forced to move, I think they. I
Well,
don't know. It
then
seems
so
they
they
go
go
more
really-
into their shell and they struggle to. I don't know.
Well, look, I'm no psychologist. But
Yeah, you guys can say what you think about like. Who
I'll
of
tell
you
what
moved-
think.
But I can't speak for someone else because for me it was fine.
I'm going to take a poll.
It's a personality thing.
Yes,
Or like
no,
a personal.
maybe I'm
yeah.
just putting my own thing because I'm such an extrovert.
But you're an extrovert like mad.
Totally,
so
totally. So I wouldn't really.
how can you
understand
even
it.
imagine what
I
it's
know,
like
I
to be
don't.
an introvert?
I don't like. I'll go. I actually sometimes don't realize that people are introverted, and I'm always like, I'll go to them and I can't hug them now. It's COVID, but I'm a big
No,
hugger.
you must still hug people.
Yeah, I love hugging.
You must
people.
always hug people.
I
People
know.
need hugs.
They do,
Of
and I'm
course.
so tired of not hugging people.
No, you must hug them.
I do. Moving around a lot makes a lot of people more flexible to change.
Ah,
That's a better way of putting it.
flexible
Teresa.
to change. Yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
And Wendy's,
yeah.
I agree. Oh, she agrees with me.
Ah.
I've got Wendy on my side.
Introverts could struggle much with change. She's on both of our
she's on your
sides.
side
She's
now.
both-
That's 1-1.
Yeah. No, one all. Oh, no, it's
I
fine.
love it.
You-
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's, so
Yeah.
you had to do that. I mean, you
It was lovely. I have to admit, I enjoyed it.
all through your school life. This was
Yeah,
so different standards, different place.
yeah. And then so I came here to study fine art.
Okay.
And then I met my husband in my first year.
How did you move here to find out when you're in Mafeking?
No, I was living in, where was I? King Williamstown by then.
Okay.
So I lived in funny places like that, you know.
Konke.
So then I came here to study.
Okay.
Met my husband in my first year, and then got married when I was 21. Got married
Yeah.
young.
That's young.
Yeah, I'm very
Is
glad.
je blaasmeisje?
Ja.
Vroeg getrouwd. Hoorie.
It's nice being married young.
Yeah, you grow into
I'm
each other.
very grateful that I got married young. Yeah. And
You-
had kids, and it was so nice being married. So nice
Well,
having
that's because
kids.
that's because you married the right person.
Exactly.
You know, that's what people will say.
Of course.
And so it depends on where you go. Moving to a foreign country is hard. She had to move to foreign countries. Difficult when
shame.
you don't speak the language.
Yeah, I
you had to
think-
learn Italian, eh, Viv?
Sure, that must be
that you
difficult to
Yeah.
learn a whole language. Some
And
people.
German.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Some people pick up languages very quickly.
Yes.
They're just a natural. Yeah.
It's a musical thing too. I quite like
Maybe.
languages, but I don't. Yeah, look, I learn Xhosa as well, but
Yeah.
I get my Italian and my Xhosa mixed up. How's that? I don't know why.
That's
I
so
don't know what it
weird.
is.
They're so different.
I know they seem different, but
Or aren't
actually
they?
in your brain, maybe it just
Yeah.
switches them around. I don't know.
So you're making like funny galore, but
I
Italian
have to
and
speak to my
Xhosa.
nonna in my broken Italian, and all of a sudden I realize I'm speaking Xhosa, you know. And she's like, "What? You're no capito. I don't understand. What are you talking about?" Mi scusi,
Sure.
nonna.
Yeah.
Teresa, in my yoga classes, I tell people to touch their teeth instead of their toes.
Oh, because of the language barrier.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. Eh?
All right. Do they put their teeth in the front when they come in?
No, she says
Teresa?
teeth instead of toes because you can't.
Oh.
Maybe she forgets the word. I think that's why. Yeah. Sure.
Maybe she's got a whole pile of teeth when they come into the. How old are the people that are coming into your yoga class, Teresa? But Teresa's in
Austria.
Austria as
Yeah,
well. So
yeah.
Oh,
So
no.
sweet.
Oh, mix them up. Oh, you mixed them up. Oh my word.
Mix up the words.
Touch your teeth. Oh, that's very funny. Okay, and
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, okay. So you high school you finished in
Yeah.
King.
I don't know how interesting.
KHS
Is my life
or-
interesting?
Was it
Really?
Was it KHS?
I came here. I studied art. I loved it.
No, in what high school in?
But nobody cares what high school I went
Yeah,
to.
no.
KHS, I think.
KHS. Yes,
Yeah, but
the
that's
one.
like boring.
No, that was.
There's
no,
so many
no.
more exciting
People
things.
because they say Queenstown. I was in Queenstown.
Oh, so if you
Yes.
were in my high
Because they
school,
could be here in the Eastern Cape. you
say
know.
hello.
That's right. Say how's it?
Shout
To the
out.
Queens boys. Yeah. There's lots of
KHS.
people that watch from
Kafrarian
Queenstown.
High School.
Yes. It's KHS these days.
And then
and it's Conte now. King
Oh, I
Williamstown.
don't. Oh, something like
Conte.
that. King
Yes,
Williamstown.
yes, yeah.
I can't
And
pronounce it.
It
Yeah.
is. It's got the top of the mouth, just like the becha. It's the Q is the top of your mouth. It's like like your. That's it. So you call the C. The C is at the front of your mouth. Front in your teeth. Conte. See.
Conte.
That's it. See, you got it.
You
First time.
Italian.
This
Jokes.
is just like Italian. Oh my word.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Leon Chaya. Yes, indeed. I see. So came back here
Yeah.
and studied under Dave Jones.
Yeah, so I majored in sculpture and I had some exhibitions and I loved it and I'm so grateful I could study
And
fine
was that
art.
with Bruce Cadle?
It
and
was well,
Ethna?
I think that wasn't one of my lectures.
You didn't do printmaking with Jenny
I
Fabric?
did, yes.
With
I
my
did.
mother.
Is she on?
She's
Wait,
my mother.
what's her name again?
Jenny. She was Jenny
Oh,
Fabric.
I'm trying to remember, but it wasn't my major.
Okay.
It was sculpture and painting. It was my major.
Okay.
So
She might have done
that's
it.
what I am
Fine
trying
art.
to remember who. But I did
Yes.
do printmaking for a little bit.
Yes, that would have been
Yeah.
my mother.
It's a small world, eh?
It is small. This is amazing.
Gee.
And she lectured at Tech around that time as well.
Okay,
She-
1994 I graduated.
That would have been her.
Yes. Oh wow.
It would have been her.
Yeah.
So my mother taught you a bit,
Yes.
you know, about printmaking.
Yeah, they were such good lectures there.
Yeah, they
I
were.
had an amazing time. Yeah, it was
Technicon was very, very, it was, and it still is. I think it's still lucky, you know. It's
Yeah.
got a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
there's a lot of the lectures are still there, in fact.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
okay. So your story about your
So I have to say I'm really, really grateful I had the opportunity to study fine art,
Yeah.
because it's such a privilege to be able to study something that might not necessarily mean you're going to go straight into making lots of money, or because art is a struggle
Always.
to survive as an artist.
Yeah.
So my dad is so sweet and kind, and my mom, they're both wonderful. And so when my dad was taking me there, I was going to enroll. I wanted to do art, but they thought it might be better to enroll something like business economics or something.
Yes, of
So
course.
then when I went to the university,
Yes.
there were two queues. There was the queue I was supposed to be standing in, which was business economics, and then there was the art queue. And I had my portfolio with me in case I could convince my dad. And when I got that, he was with me, and we looked at the two queues, and he looked at me, and I said, "Dad, please,
Can I do
please." And so he was so sweet. So I didn't enroll, I didn't send anything, but I went in. Cleone Cole, if you are listening.
Oh no, Cleone.
So then I went in, and I hadn't, they didn't know who I was. I just arrived into the office, and I begged. I went, and Cleone Cole was there, and I said, please, I need to study art. I have my portfolio. And she didn't know who I was, and she was so kind. She gave me, so, because you have to like send your stuff through, you have to be prepared, they have to know who you are.
Yes.
And she still gave me a chance to go.
Oh,
so,
wow.
so my mom was like, "Did you enroll with your business economics?" And no, I'm studying fine arts. And so I'm just like, whoa, that was amazing.
my word.
And Cleone gave me a chance.
And then you're so excited.
She didn't
about
know
it
who
because-
I was or anything. And she was amazing. And I met my
Yes.
dear husband
Yes.
in my first year. And so
Wow.
I don't. Yeah,
No, Cleone
so
is
it's sad.
absolutely amazing. If somebody can tag Cleone,
Yeah.
she's just, and I guarantee, Philippa will remember Cleone as well. Oh, there we go. Teresa will also
Yeah.
remember
Yeah, no,
remember
she-
her, and if she's still going strong.
Very
and she's,
inspiring artist. Yeah.
She is just a good, kind person as well. She's just
I
got
thought
no-
she was very,
Yeah.
very kind, and she has a heart for art.
Yes.
Because she wouldn't have said yes. She could see I really wanted to. And
Yes.
she might not have cared. She might have had a tired, busy day
You know.
and been, who's this person coming in?
Yes.
And I just thought that was really, really kind of
Oh.
her to do. And it was amazing. So,
I love hearing
yeah.
stories like that
Yeah.
because those little, that one decision. Hell's
Man,
bells.
oh,
Imagine what would
I
have
couldn't
happened.
have done it. Oh,
Yeah.
my word.
You might have ended up there
Well, no.
eventually, but it's those little decisions throughout your life. Did you
Well, I
ever-
didn't say it's a decision. I would say, okay, we're not really in control of things. God is in control
Yeah.
because He is sovereign over everything.
Yes.
You know, so I was meant to go, and He had a better plan for me, and I'm really, really grateful. Thank you. So I'll look at it like that,
Yeah, so-
because we make our plans,
Dude.
and things don't always work out the way we want to. We're not we're not sovereign over everything.
Yeah.
So we think things might work out
Yeah.
a certain way, or we want them to,
Yeah.
but maybe it's not good for us.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not the right thing. Or maybe that's not where we
You
were
just get that feeling that
Yeah.
you're going the right way.
I wanted it, I hoped, it happened, I'm grateful. So yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it's
well,
just-
and
yeah.
did you carry on with the art as well?
Yeah, I did art exhibitions,
Okay.
and I carried on, and then I
Sculpting?
had I did sculpture, welded steel metal
Welded?
structures. Yes, like big installations, welded steel. I used to raid the junkyards. In fact, I had our wedding photos inside the scrapyard because I thought the contrast of like a wedding dress and scrap metal was cool.
Oh.
So I just put on my boots, and then we
Okay.
went in there. So we used to raid the scrapyard. My husband,
Steel
then used to
bun.
come with me, and we used to go and take all bits, and I used to weld them together and make it was so nice. It was just so nice. Yeah, and then I had a bunch of kids, and I
Okay.
teach art.
Yes.
So I teach art to
How many
teenagers.
children?
3.
3 kids. Okay.
Yeah. And
And
yeah.
I see Breeze is on. He was on
Yeah,
earlier.
Breeze is my oldest daughter. That advert that you guys saw at the beginning of this
Yes.
video, she's a filmmaker.
Oh, wow.
She made it for us.
Cool.
So that's where we can talk about the film that we made.
Yes,
Can
yes,
we?
yes,
Can we?
absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
we can,
so
yes.
yeah, so she studied film,
Yes.
and she's finished studying film, but we got funded to travel around South Africa and film a full-length film on home education.
Okay.
Because my kids were all homeschooled,
Yes.
and people have so many questions about homeschooling, and
Yeah.
they want to know, and it takes so long to answer because it's so in depth.
Yes.
So we thought, well, let's shoot a film. So we got funded, and we traveled around. So the film is coming out in 2 months,
Okay. Wow.
around about 2 months on the big screen. So what's going to be launched on the big screen, and we'll see if Stir Clinical wants to send it around, but it will be available for everyone to see. So basically, she as a filmmaker, and I produced it, and then she did everything else.
Okay.
And she filmed it and she edited it and did the sound and did. It took 2 years, because normally, I don't know if you know film, but film it takes for a full-length film, it will take you a whole crew a year to do the post-production. So the filming takes 6 months, and then the post-production takes a year. And she did it all herself, so it took a long time. It's the editing and the sound and the 150 hours worth of footage crammed into 2 hours. And your cousin Shirley, Shirley,
Philippa's cousin Shirley.
She's a home educator. Has written a bunch of books on home education. So we interviewed her, and we interviewed about 30 families, and we travelled and we did our family and what it's like. And so that's coming out in 2 months, and it's like an in-depth look at our lives as people who homeschool, and how other people do it, what it is, all the questions you kind of think that you want to ask people, you could actually physically see. So and the footage is beautiful, and the sound is beautiful. I mean, we use local musicians like Joe van der Linden has a lot of his music in there, and he's so kind. He just went, take.
Yes,
take.
He's very generous.
So the people donated their music to us, because we had funding, but we didn't have enough to pay for everything. Yes, of course. So thanks, Joe, for doing that. And and she wrote some of the tracks, because she does sound. We're so excited, and what was nice is that it was shot by a crew who were home educated. So she was home educated, and she went to study and finished studying. And sometimes when you make a film and people film the thing, and then the editors don't have a full understanding of the topic. Or they have an agenda. Yes. And then they edit the thing to say what they wanted to say, or they don't have a full concept of what's going on, and so they edit it and they change the meaning of the thing. Do you know what I mean?
Editing can make anything. Ask Donald Trump.
So, because she was home educated, and because I produced it with her, we directed it together. The story is accurate. Do you know what I mean? Yes. So that's exciting.
Yes, I know.
So we're really excited about that.
I know Shirley she loves that stuff, and she's so involved. I mean, and I see the Stuckens involved as well.
So the story is following us, the Johnsons, and the Stuckens, around South Africa, in our homes and around South Africa, to meet other people who are home educated. So
and somebody must tag Tanya Plakanoris, please, because Tanya, she's also she's thinking along the same lines here, and I need you two to meet each other.
It's like, so that's amazing. So that's coming out. We'll post I think the Facebook page is going to be up here. Maybe you'll see a little teaser of that documentary, which is going to be amazing.
Good. And another passion of yours is seeds. And I've seen a little TEDx thing that you did as well. It's amazing.
Thank you.
We've got her on TEDx. She's quite famous,
I'm famous.
Yes.
Autograph?
Later. No. And I see Elizabeth saying, there we go. Philippa's just tagged Tanya as well. You didn't Roddy.
Hey, Breeze. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Breeze, my daughter, who is the editor, the filmmaker, wrote, I'm sitting at my desk editing right now while I'm watching.
There we go.
So
she's still editing.
She works hard. I'm telling you, I've never seen somebody work that hard.
Editing
besides my
takes
husband.
hours and hours. My brother does editing as well. In fact, he was at Tech with you as well.
My
brother,
he studied with me.
He was in AV.
No way.
With Tim Hopwood and all those guys are all with you. But you'll know when you see them.
Okay.
An amazing Breeze. What would it be called? I wonder where I could watch it.
The link's going to be up there with the website, and you'll be able to download it around the world. And you'll also be able to download the extended interviews of every single person that's there.
You've got a name for it?
It's Home Ed Documentary.
Home Ed Documentary.
And you'll see it on the website. You can stay updated on our Facebook page.
Okay, on your Facebook page. Excellent.
Yeah, no, it's coming out soup.
Can't wait to see the
Yeah.
the completed film.
It's beautiful.
I've
It's
just
so
seen
beautiful.
The teaser was amazing.
Well,
as
that teaser, the official trailer is not out. So that teaser,
It was a teaser, just a quick one.
I mean,
Just like,
you'll see a little
But
bit.
it looked beautiful.
Thank
the
you.
Cinematography
Well,
was great.
thank you. I did jokes. Thanks to Breeze.
It was all her, not
Yeah.
Breeze at all.
No, she is brilliant. So to have a person, it's so wonderful to have a child or people in your own family. I admire her work.
Yeah.
She's talented, like,
Yeah.
and it's not just because she's my
biased.
child.
Sounds
She
very,
really.
very biased.
I love you, Breeze.
And
Yes,
but it just takes such a long time to do that stuff, and like you said,
She does
if you
not
edit
stop.
If you edit it properly, you'll get your message will be,
That's
will be
brilliant.
pure.
It's
you
going to
know.
be pure, and the
Yeah.
So we
It's good. As
excited.
Philip is saying that Gary
Yeah.
spends hours editing as well.
Yeah, it takes long.
It takes a long hours. So,
Yeah.
and Gary's
Yeah.
going to be doing a lot of editing now coming up toward the end of the year.
So Gary, you know the pain.
He does. He does.
But anyway, we're talking about this because I know
Yes,
the
about
time's
the
almost
seeds,
up.
yes.
Yeah, we're talking
Yes,
about the seeds
seeds,
quickly.
yes,
Sorry,
the seeds.
there's so much. Okay.
I know.
Yeah. So basically, as you heard, I love organic things.
Yes.
I love plants. I'm a tree hugger.
Yes.
I'm amazed at the beauty around us. I'm grateful to God for making flowers and
Yes.
the stunning things that we have access to, the food. It's just I'm grateful and I'm in awe. So I appreciate nature.
Yes.
I love plants. I love the environment, taking care of it. So I used to make my own herbal remedies, and I like natural things.
Yes.
I like healthy natural things. So I got into like a bit of working with the environment, and I got very passionate about seeds, and I started we grew food for a while and supplied organic food on our small holding, and I got into growing for seeds in order to collect seeds and seed saving and seed freedom and things like that.
Seed, just a little
So-
explanation. Seed saving, seed freedom.
Well, okay. Well,
What is that?
this could be like a whole other interview, but I'll go as quickly as I can.
Yeah.
So basically, when you grow something,
Yes.
a tomato,
Yes.
then the seeds inside the tomato.
Yes.
You don't have to go and buy another tomato. You can take your tomato and mash it into the ground, and you will
Yes.
grow more tomatoes. And I find
Mash
that
it into
amazing.
the ground. It's like
No, just take your tomato,
Tomato,
throw it in
chuck
the
it
ground, you'll get tomatoes. That's just
Wow.
with tomatoes. But the
Yes.
point being that there are lots of very hungry people in the world.
yes.
Everybody has a little patch of ground.
Yes.
People don't need to be that hungry. They can. I know it's not as simple as this. I don't want to simplify it,
Yeah.
but it's possible to grow food, and
Yes.
and it's easier than people think. And we have access to seeds in the food that we eat. So,
Yeah.
but also there's people that try and buy the rights to seeds,
I know.
which
Isn't
I
it
didn't.
irritating?
Yeah. So and there's also people that put poison on seeds
Yeah.
or used chemicals, and it's not good for the environment. So I was very involved in that.
Yeah, very Bill Gates. But you actually touched on something now that
Yeah.
everybody can grow, and we
Yeah.
Gary has told me to. We got there was a book called, I think, Abundance, eh?
Yes.
That book called
Oh,
Abundance.
yeah.
I don't know if you read it, but it's
No.
amazing,
Yeah.
and it just solves the world's problems. You know, it says that this is the solution. The solutions are sometimes so simple. People are always
Yeah.
worried. Oh, there's 6 billion people in the world. How are they
Yeah.
going to eat? You just stack
Yeah.
it up. You know, or
Yeah.
whatever. You can grow anything anyway.
It's not that hard to grow
Yeah.
food, and I think so. Yeah, but seeds.
Yeah. So the GMO seeds.
I don't want to go onto a whole thing because it's
Yeah.
going to be a very, very long one.
Yes.
But people do genetically modify seeds,
Yeah.
and they also buy the rights to seeds,
Yes.
so that you're not allowed to share them or sell the resell and things like that.
Yes.
So for a while I was in activism against
that.
those kind of things.
Yeah, it seems so
And
ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like-
it's quite in depth.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I went to public hearings, I went to parliament, I
Wow.
went to.
Full on
I
activist.
worked with an African Centre for Biodiversity,
Yes.
amazing organisation who really care about the environment and things like that. So I did things like that, protests.
Yeah. Brilliant. Are you
So-
doing for the Shell guys? Yeah. Are you doing for
I'm
the
and
seismic?
I am very much anti that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm
So-
going to get Gary. You're
Eh?
anti the protest.
No, I'm anti blowing up the ocean.
Blowing up the ocean to find oil.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
No, it's
because we also it's crazy, and
but it's difficult to know what to do. So what happens sometimes is one needs to be careful. For me, like sometimes we feel like doing something. Sometimes even doing a good thing can turn into something that it becomes an obsession, or it takes over your life, or becomes an idol in your life, or it becomes the main thing in your life.
Speaking from experience here.
Me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you went a little bit overboard?
Yeah. So one needs to try and find a balance for those people out there who are working in the environment. One needs to also look close. Yeah. Look around you first and make the circle bigger. Sometimes we want to save the whole world. Yeah. And then we looking far out there and we forgetting what's right here. So my husband says that. Yeah, he always says like start small. Yes. Let's work with what we have around us. Yes. And then work our way out, which was very wise. Yeah. Yeah. So it took over my life a little bit. And one should not have anything other than God as your main thing in your life for me. So like it can be an idol. So sometimes something that you think is even good can turn into an idol. Yeah. So we need to be careful. So and also, so that that's a very deep conversation. But I care about the environment. I support organic things. I try and support those kinds of things, and I still do that. And I still care a lot about seeds, but I've just backed down a little bit and started looking closer and working my way outwards. Yeah. I did it for many years, and now somebody, the baton can
be handed over. Yes.
So, I mean, it wasn't just me. I mean, there's so many amazing people who do care. You know, it's so nice to care. But one must not become obsessed. Yes, it's true, because it can take over. Our human nature does do that.
It does, of course.
And we think that it's a good thing, so therefore I can get obsessed. Yeah. And it's okay. But sometimes any obsession is not good. So that happens.
So start small. So as for the shell thing, go speak to your local shell guy and say, come on, put some pressure on those guys, because that's your close thing for now. You know, because I feel sorry for the guys that own these shell garages that are now having to something out of their control, really.
But difficult.
They can maybe, if they can put pressure on, maybe they would do something. But you know, they're getting. It's
a very, very long and deep and involved process.
Yes.
It's much deeper than people think.
Yeah.
You have to do so many different levels. You have to work with Parliament. Yes. You can protest. You have to write papers. You have to there's so many levels that people don't realize about working for
activism.
As activism. It's lots of levels. It's not just one level. So anyway, respect to people who do that, because it's very difficult and it's very draining and it's dangerous also, because you're working with people that are dangerous. So a respect to them.
Have you had any dangerous things happen to you over the years? Have people tried to intimidate you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
So hectic, eh?
Yeah.
With GMO stuff? And really?
Those corporations are big.
Yeah.
They're like...
So you had some times where you were hiding under your kitchen table?
No.
Not quite?
No.
But they were hectic?
Yeah, they can be bullies and
Bullies?
Trolls and
Yeah. A lot of money, so they can just hire people to make your life difficult.
Luckily, I have to say, no, I don't think anyone was hired. Maybe. Oh, I don't know.
You never know, you know.
No, I don't think I was that big on their radar. But
okay.
It was difficult, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
well, it shows a bit of chutzpah there. It shows that you're not scared. You're not scared. You go out there and do stuff. Did you have placards?
Yeah.
You did, eh? I mean, that's like a Jennifer Lindridge. Somebody take Jennifer Lindridge. If you haven't met Jennifer yet, you got to meet her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's that firebrand.
Okay.
When she's something there, when she believes something, then she goes for it, and I totally respect that. I love that.
Yeah.
You know.
It's so difficult to know what level to go at, though, and how.
I mean, it just seems to make
it's complex.
Yeah,
I have to say.
It gets to a level where
it really is.
where it
But
does get
on a
complex.
good note, there are amazing people out there that are growing like organic food, that are in their way, they are contributing and they're trying and they're supporting and people do care and they do try. And
so seeds. If I want to have my own food at home, what do I go for? What do you?
This is a long conversation, but I
okay.
have seeds I can give you if you want.
Okay. But like tomatoes are definitely.
Take your cherry tomatoes
spinach.
and stick them in the ground, and you'll have a crop of cherry tomatoes, guys.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, and then you got a big crop. And the birds.
They grow out of the compost
So you
seed.
put something on top of them, just so the birds don't eat them. Or do you give some to the birds as well?
Yeah, those mouse birds.
Baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. So seeds is another passion of yours, isn't it?
I love the plants and seeds and herbs.
Are you still selling that stuff?
No, I used to supply organic vegetables.
Okay, yeah.
And then we started our roastery. I couldn't do both; it was too much.
Okay. So the roastery.
So we have fruit trees and beehives and things like that, but we don't supply organic.
And the bees, I love the bees.
Yeah.
I know Menno Alting is out there always with the bees.
Yeah, Menno is one of our regulars. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great as well.
He's amazing. Yeah, his honey is amazing.
And Haley, she'd so be in here with this stuff. I can see. All right, so we've spoken about the education documentary that's going to be coming out next month.
In about 2 months, I'll post it up.
2 months as well.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And then we have some little bit of questions for you. I think we can get into those questions now. Getting to know you,
getting to know all about you.
Does that? There we go. All right, so
yeah.
We have spoken about projects that anything else that you're busy with at the moment. Any other projects? Because you seem like somebody who could do a few projects at the same time.
I'm learning how to play the cello.
Oh, nice! I like that. It must not be too easy.
No.
It's fretless.
It's beautiful though.
It's fretless.
Yeah, it is fretless.
Did you find a cello somewhere and you just decided?
Yeah, no, I was inspired by Isabel van der Linden.
Oh, Izzy.
About 20 years ago.
Oh, really?
She started learning to play the cello when she was a bit older than me.
Well, she plays
now.
the EPO, doesn't she?
And I just thought, wow, like you can start a whole new instrument and a whole new thing in your 50s. I always pictured people with little 3-year-olds learning.
Yeah,
so now I was inspired by her. And then another girl, like I'm inspired by people. Then I thought, wow, I played the bass, so I thought, well, I'm gonna get the cello.
Okay.
So I cashed in some of my Bitcoin SV.
Okay.
And I got a cello with it.
Wow.
Actually, you know what happened with the cello? Can I quickly tell you the
Yes,
cello story?
Yes.
Sound
You're
nice?
going to tell me about the Bitcoin SV. You're going to let that one
Well,
slide
I'm going to
as
get
well.
there. No, it's a Bitcoin SV. That's what we had to buy. But now the cello story is very sweet.
Yes.
I wanted a cello and I wanted to learn a cello. So I posted up on my status, I'm looking for a second-hand cello. And this girl, I don't even know her, okay? So someone told someone that I was looking for a cello. And this girl, she messaged me and she said, I have a cello, you can come get the cello. She was playing the cello in her church, and she decided she wanted to play the guitar, and so she said, take the cello.
Oh my word.
She said, take the cello, see if you want to play it, and she gave me a whole cello.
Oh my soul, that's amazing.
What a kind, Amy, thank you.
Amy obviously was trying to get it out of her kids' hands.
It's expensive to buy a cello.
Yeah, no,
it's expensive,
sure.
And I thought, wow. So I loved it, and then this other young girl wanted to play the cello.
Okay.
She's in my church, and we were doing a thing, and she was so good and natural on this cello. So for her 21st birthday, I asked Amy, the girl who gave me the cello, if I could give it to her for her 21st birthday, and I cashed in my Bitcoin SV, and I found another second-hand cello. So now we both have cellos.
Excellent.
And Amy gave it to her for her 21st. I gave it to her, but from Amy. So now we play like duets together. But we're both learning.
Yeah. There's Tanya. Tanya's come on. Excellent. I'm so glad you came on, Tanya, because you and Rushka have got to meet each other. She just stays out here, Greenhaven. Used to be Greenhaven.
Hi, Tanya.
School, and you've got to meet each other, Tanya. You've got to come here for coffee. Okay. And I've got to find the questions here that Rushka has ticked here because I've got a different lot. So I'm glad she's on, because you guys have to be
Somebody wants to know where
Yes.
is the venue. So
Yes.
we're at our Coffee Roastery, Dec Dec Coffee Roastery. It's in 7 High Street, Mount Pleasant.
Yes, just there it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
When you go
Mount-
past, it looks like that.
7 High Street, Mount Pleasant.
Yes, and
Tuesday to Saturday, 8 till 1:30.
8 till 1:30. It's in the morning.
And we're having an art festival this Saturday.
Yes, that's it. At the art festival as well. That we so it's, and then art festival goes how long? Also, it's 8 till
8 till 3.
Okay, it was 8
Whole
till
day.
Oh, lovely. That'd be very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so the obsessions that you've had over the years.
No, well, one of them was like
Was that-
seeds and
seeds.
herbs and
Okay.
those
we've
kind of
spoken
things.
about these things.
I
Do you collect anything? Do you have a
no.
collection? You're not like a hoarder.
No.
Don't like that stuff. Everything's fine. Go, chuck. Eh? Except the cello. Collect
Except the
those.
cello instruments, yeah.
I love that cello. My theory is that Amy's daughter was playing the cello like this, and then she said, "Please, somebody come and get this from me."
Actually, no, she doesn't have kids.
Oh, okay.
She was so kind.
Amy, you're a
How
star.
kind are people?
I know.
I'm still blown away by that. Anyway.
Is it something that
I know.
most people don't know about you, that they?
People think that I am very spontaneous,
Oh,
but I'm actually not.
and
That's
you're not. You're quite a
Well,
humble.
no, I can adapt to situations,
Yes.
but I like thinking about things.
Yes.
So sometimes people say to me, "Wow, you just randomly did that thing," but I actually like to think about things
Okay.
for a long time.
So you contemplate them.
I like to think about things and have like if I'm planning something, I like to plan in my mind, backup plans and different ways of doing them. And it's not just randomly, I will do this thing. I plan it. So people always say that think I'm more spontaneous than I am.
Okay.
I do think about things a lot.
Okay.
I don't
So
know if
it's
that's
more
interesting
planned.
to
No,
anyone.
It's more planned than it's
I like to think, and have backup plans and like I think about things a long time before
Yes.
I do them.
'Cause
Not
it-
everything, not if I want to give someone a hug or like I
Yes,
want to jam
yeah.
to a song, not
Okay,
that kind
okay,
of.
okay.
But if I'm planning an event or if
Yeah.
I'm planning on, like a long thing,
Yes.
it's not just spontaneous. I do
Okay.
work. Yeah.
So you're quite focused in the end, because it goes against the stereotype of somebody who's into organic stuff, and then you said, oh, they're going to be just go with the flow, whatever happens they go. But
I
you're
don't
clearly
go
not
with the
that.
flow. I think I'm in the minority.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
much more focused than that.
I don't know if it's focused.
Oh, certainly not.
I can't multitask at all.
Yeah.
I used to think
Oh,
I
right.
was so clever and I could multitask
Okay.
really, really well. And I used to tell people, I'm multitasking. And then my husband said to me one day, I said, don't tell me that. I'm busy multitasking here. And then he said to me, Rushka, you do realize you haven't finished any of those things that you were doing. You're doing them all really badly. You know, you're not so good at multitasking. And then I looked around and all these things I was so proudly multitasking at, none of them were finished.
Okay, right.
And then I realized it's a myth.
Yeah.
I can't multitask. I don't know
Okay.
if people can multitask. So he very sweetly pointed that out to me, and now
Okay.
I try to focus on one thing
One
at a
thing
time.
at a time.
So
Just
you know, how somebody
finish it.
loves you, you help them be a better person.
Yes.
So he was doing that for me.
Speaking truth to you.
Exactly, in love,
You're in love, yes.
and it helped me
You need people like that in your life.
because it was about a bit of pride and arrogance at
Yes.
the same time. Because I always thought I can multitask.
Yes.
Like, look how clever I am. And then it's all these unfinished things around me. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, totally.
So I think he just watched me for many years. We were married for 21 years.
Okay. Yeah.
He watched me for many years, and he probably knew this all along.
Yeah.
He was just very quietly, just
Yes.
shaking his head, watching me think I was so clever.
No,
And one day he probably couldn't bear it any longer, and he said, "Let me put her out of her misery and tell this woman she can't multitask."
I think you come to a point in your marriage as well where you can actually just speak
Yeah.
the truth, and you know you're not going to get it in the neck.
I'm like crying.
You
This
know,
is
you're
so funny.
like,
Yeah?
okay, I
Yeah.
can do it without hurting her now. Let's go
Well,
for it.
he's just very kind. Like
Yes.
he would always say it very kindly. But I think it's good to tell the truth.
Yes.
You know, you love somebody more
Yes.
when you tell them the truth.
Yes.
So like, oh,
I love it. I love it. I've also learned a lot of things about my wife in
Yeah.
the later part of our marriage,
Yeah.
because you just realize what's going on. You know, it's,
Yeah.
they act strangely because of this or because
Yeah.
of that, and an anxiety here or a thing
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
something, and there's always a reason.
Yeah.
Why something like that or something
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
That's out of the ordinary. Or,
Yeah.
you know, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Your
it's
happy
a
place. Where's your happy place?
church.
Church.
Yeah.
Is that your happy place?
Oh yeah.
You feel
And
like-
home. Home and church.
Okay.
Yeah.
I,
Home and church. Those
it's-
two.
it makes
Don't
you feel.
need to be in anywhere else.
You think
and
that
a garden.
the place
Yeah.
makes you feel. It just brings all those things around you that make you feel safe.
I love
As well.
being with my brothers and sisters in Christ, like a church family.
Okay.
I love going to church. I love hearing sermons. I love reading the Bible, those kind of things.
Okay.
I love being with my family.
So a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say so. There we go. What
Yeah.
would you change about yourself if you could?
There are lots of things.
You reckon?
Oh, goodness gracious me.
I bet
didn't
your
think
husband
about
say I
this.
wouldn't change a thing about Rushka.
He's so sweet. When we did marriage counseling,
Oh yeah.
and you know when you start, before you marry, you do marriage counseling.
Yes, yes.
And you have to fill in a form that says, what don't you like about this person? He's so funny. I had this long list, and I looked at his paper, and it was just
Nothing.
what would you change about, or what don't you like about, and his was empty. There was nothing. There was like empty. There's nothing he would change. But I know there's horrible, lots of things about me. But he didn't write anything. He's so funny. And then years later, I said, do you know you didn't write anything on that paper? But I know there's lots of things.
You could have started with
he was like,
multitasking.
he's so funny. He goes, it was a test. You know, it's like, of course I didn't write anything. But I just thought, that's so sweet.
Oh, no.
I wrote this long thing. I
We're
was
going
like,
to
oh.
certain things. You got to be truthful.
Meanwhile, there's many more things I would need to change compared to him. So,
Yeah, but you don't
it's like,
realise that until much later anyway.
oh,
No. If you could go back and change things, you would write nothing on that form.
yeah, there would be a lot less thing than on my form, like that's for sure.
You would have written multitasking.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Something that people sometimes misunderstand about you. I suppose
That was probably the
pretty,
multitasking, the spontaneous. Yeah.
spontaneous thing is a big thing because people just presume that.
I
I'm
think
sure
so.
they do. I'm sure they do.
I think
You
so.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
Your favorite food?
Coffee.
Coffee. I suppose when you drink
Sorry.
coffee, you don't like to eat afterwards. as well.
No, I like cheese
I like
and
cheese.
strawberries.
Oh, you must meet Kerry Hiles as well. She makes lovely halloumi.
Ooh.
And she sings so beautifully.
Ooh.
Kerry Hiles is another person. Somebody tag Kerry Hiles, please. 'Cause
Kerry?
She's got to come and meet Rushka.
We can swap coffee for cheese.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
use coffee as currency, by the way.
Yes, it's a great.
I buy my
currency.
organic vegetables and my milk with coffee.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I do. I buy my. I swap things for coffee. It's
You
my
know,
currency.
It's a fantastic. It's like
Yeah.
it's a new Bitcoin. So did you buy Bitcoin when
Bitcoin
you
SV.
SV, hey?
Yeah.
Was that like a long
It's
time
the
ago?
real
it was?
Bitcoin.
Before Elon
yeah.
Musk got involved. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to have your brother. Maybe your brother does
Yeah.
the Bitcoin thing, and
Yeah.
I'm going to have him on
Saint B wallet.
because he's got a whole story about
He's
it.
very interesting
Yeah,
to
and
talk
he's
to.
been involved in it since like
the beginning. Yeah.
the beginning, 2010 or something, eh?
Ask him,
Yeah.
but long
Yeah.
ago, yeah.
It's
When
amazing.
everyone still thought everyone was crazy too. He was like,
So you've got a favorite food?
one favorite.
Yeah, like what's your favorite food?
Oh, I don't know.
Or your favorite restaurant when you go?
I love Otak. It's not Otak anymore.
Otak.
It's
Okay.
called KOK.
Oh, okay. Is it
Okay.
really- is
It's
it
actually in
karaoke?
Stanley. It's on Stanley Street now.
Okay.
Yo, he's a good chef, that guy.
Is it good?
Yo, he's
Okay.
good. Yo, Brian,
Is it Brian?
your food is amazing.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
I love that. Yeah.
I don't know what's called now.
It's like Thai.
Okay,
It's
and-
like
Okay.
with lime and like chili. It's like, ooh,
Wow.
so good.
Oh, somebody spell the name. Put it in.
KOK on Stanley. Stanley Street in Central. He's just reopened there. It used to be Otak.
Okay.
The food is stunning. His name's Brian.
I see Afrikaans for Dummies is saying that Kerry Hiles taught him bass. She's an amazing bass player.
Oh, is that the girl that makes the cheese?
Yes.
Oh, she plays the bass.
She's so passionate about her cheese. She's so good. She's got her goats on her farm. She's all organic thing as well.
That's so nice.
And she is
Yeah.
she's a stick of dynamite, that one.
Wow. Did you interview her?
I have. She's actually done the show for me in East London before. as well.
Oh, okay.
Because we sometimes do an East London thing, which we actually need to do again at some
Yeah.
stage because we involve the East London.
Oh,
guys.
cool. Okay.
So it's an Eastern Cape show, this.
Yeah.
You see, so we try and involve everybody.
Yeah.
All right. I have here, what brings the most joy in your life? Excluding friends, family, and cats.
Cat. Roasty bean.
Steve Bean.
I love praying
You pray a lot.
and reading the Bible.
Yes.
I can't say
Might be
family.
like a nun.
I'm not a nun.
Not a nun.
I married
It sounded
children.
very... Yes. well,
But
yeah,
I can't say family because it would be family.
Yes, it would be family.
And yeah.
And I suppose...
Yeah.
I suppose the coffee and the project.
The coffee is family.
Yes.
The people I meet are family.
Yes.
It's like,
So it's all interlinked.
Yeah.
You can't separate them.
No.
Your whole life is a big juggernaut.
juggernaut.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Nicknames. What nicknames?
My nickname since I was a kid was Dush. Doosh. Dush. I don't know why. Dush. But it's funny because my brother's kids, in my brother's house, they use the word dush as a smack.
Oh,
so
right.
or a hurt or a
I
fall. So if the child would fall, they would say, "Did you dush yourself?"
Oh, I see.
So when these kids met me, I thought, my little nephews, then they come and he goes, "This is Auntie Dush," and then they all look at me like, "Oh, they're all nervous." And I was like, "Why did you use that word? That's my nickname." Now they think I'm going to smack them.
Oh, no.
So,
I'm all scared.
that was
Don't use douche in the Johnson family there.
I had to try and change the meaning of the word douche. So
Okay.
I said, if you don't eat ice cream, I'm going to douche you. That's
Oh,
why
right.
my name's Douche. Here's your ice cream.
And the
I had
ice
to try
cream,
and make
put
them
it in nice
not be
terms.
scared of me anymore. So I don't know why, but that's my nickname, Douche.
I love it.
Douche.
All right. And your first job that you ever had?
My first job, I think I was 13. I worked at the Spur.
Oh, there's another Keith.
I
Keith
was
Marie.
a Spur waitress, and I bought tackies with my salary.
Which spur was
Because
it?
we used to wear those North Star little thin shoes. We weren't rich,
Yes.
and all the rich kids had those.
little tackies.
All the rich kids had those puffy tackies with the thick
Yes, yes.
sole, and we had those 5 rand
Those tennis
North
ones.
Star flat things.
Yes.
And I used to try to do my sport in them, and I always used to admire those tackies. So then I got a job when
the
I was
Spur.
13. You could work when you were 13.
I know, crazy.
I
It's
was
child
13.
labour.
I loved it. It was
I know.
amazing, and I bought tackies.
Well, the Spurs.
Puffy
Which spur was
tackies.
that? Which spur?
It was in King Williamstown.
Okay. Maybe Keith for real know which spurs.
Maybe
in
they
King
thought I was
Williamstown.
older. Can you work when you're 13?
Yeah, well, if you're in King Williamstown,
They're going to be in
nobody
trouble.
really cares.
I'm sorry if you're in trouble,
I
guys.
know,
but,
it won't be at that time.
it was very useful to me, so thank you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And
Babysitting when I was 9.
oh, well, there we go.
Who would hire a 9-year-old to
Jeez,
babysit?
babysit. We obviously were you quite responsible at
Very young. I was the older sister. I had lots of younger siblings. I looked after everyone's babies.
that? Oh my goodness.
So someone hired me.
Well, that's
when
right,
I was
because you were so mature.
to babysit their baby.
You
I would
know,
never hire a 9-year-old
that's so-
to babysit their baby. But anyway,
I used to
Yeah.
at 10 years old, I was so irritated when people used to say the girls are so mature compared to the guys, and I was a 10-year-old guy going, thinking like, Lance Bloch, is it Bloch? Goes, go Rushka.
hey Lance.
Is that
Are
family
you?
as well?
No.
Supporters, there we go. You're famous
They're
on
so
this place.
sweet.
There we go. No, they are do. And
Tanya says hi, Rushka and Gino.
excellent. Yeah. No. She's in there. But
Wow.
you got to get to meet Tanya.
Yeah.
What's something that you like to do the old-fashioned way?
Oh my gosh, I like old-fashioned ways. So we're grinding coffee in those old coffee grinders. I like those coffee grinders.
I've got that
Those
big one.
big metal
And then
things.
doing it in the pan, because that's how
Yeah,
the old Italians used to do it as well.
nice.
In fact,
Is
I
that
think-
the old-fashioned way?
In
That
fact,
would be.
Ethiopia, I think, which
Yeah.
is like the birthplace of coffee, I think
Yeah.
they still do it in the pan.
Ah,
And
yeah,
you've got to
you
move it
can.
around. You've got to move it around so
Yeah.
it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
I love that.
I didn't think about that answer very much, but
Yeah,
no.
I
Off the
think it
top
is.
of my head, might be that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like
Uh,
dancing,
Dancing. We didn't get into
waltzing,
a dancing.
and like
The dancing
sing.
story.
Oh, that's
We
so-
didn't get into that as well.
Okay.
What is the dancing thing? Tell
I
me.
love dancing. I'm
Yes.
always dancing.
Did you
I
do
make everyone dance with me.
Did you do a dance school? Or
I
something?
used to do flamenco. I used to
Wow.
dance, and then I taught.
Ballroom.
I teach ballroom, basic ballroom
Wow.
to teenagers,
Okay.
and I
As
was
well,
a
still do.
Zumba fitness instructor, dance fitness
Oh,
instructor.
you were Zumba.
It's like a dance fitness.
Dance, yeah, I thought it was about boxing
Yeah.
and stuff. Kicking and boxing.
No, it's not kicking.
Very
It's
violent.
dance fitness. So you do like the salsa and the
Okay,
cumbia, and
salsa.
it's like dance fitness.
Okay, dance.
That's very
What's the
nice.
boxing one? Oh, that one's more violent. What was that one?
Taibo.
Taibo. That's just the one.
No, don't do that.
Okay, I'm getting confused between Taibo
Yeah.
and Zumba.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to hit the either ors, and we've got the some either ors and some either ors. Just a couple. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Form or function?
Sure. Oh, do I have to choose a
Yes,
word?
you have to choose one. Form or function.
You can't choose both.
And you can't have
Oh,
both.
form or function?
Yeah, functional stuff or form.
Oh,
beauty.
heck. Form or function? Form or
like-
function?
Way things to work.
Function.
Or function.
Yeah.
Working thing. You see, I would have immediately assumed form because of
No,
the
the thing must work.
Okay, so you see, that's where you chose. That's where you go against the stereotype.
Okay.
I like that. You see, it's people are not as simple as you think they are. You can't make assumptions. Never make assumptions about Rushka. She's much more focused and worried about function than you think. She's okay. 80s and before or 90s onwards.
Please, 90s onwards.
Oh my word, Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
That's it. That's it. Pearl Jam.
80s, shoulder pads.
Oh, Wayne Callis will love you. He's a Pearl Jam nutter. He's a
I watched
nutter.
Pearl Jam. in
Here we go.
America.
Absolutely. Okay, forest or beach?
Forest.
Oh, really?
Straight away. Trees.
Trees, forest. You like the
Trees.
tree hugger?
Trees, yeah.
Antique or brand new?
Antique.
Okay. Alone or in a crowd?
Oh. If my family are in the crowd.
Okay.
Otherwise,
It sounds like alone to me.
it depends who the crowd is.
Party.
Depends who the crowd is, of course.
It's a whole bunch of horrible people.
Then alone.
I was making you go that way. Can you tell?
Okay. Stop stereotyping me.
No, I'm trying to stereotype. No, I'm trying to unstereotype because your stereotype would be like crowds. I love everybody.
I do love everybody.
So there we go.
I
Well,
try
then-
to.
So, but I mean, if you had to have a choice, go to the party or
I don't like-
have a night at home.
If there was a party with music but no alcohol, I would go. I like
Okay.
parties.
So you stay away from alcohol.
But I like dancing.
Okay, but yeah, that's where people with alcohol are. They're dancing. all
No,
the
we
time.
have dance parties without alcohol and we jam.
I'm sure.
The swing.
Okay, no, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's, we need to know these things. Forgiveness or vengeance?
Forgiveness.
Oh, I knew you were going to say
Forgiveness.
that. That's stereotypical.
As I have
too.
been forgiven. I will forgive.
Oh, you've been
I will try.
forgiven as well.
Yes.
For all those bad things that you did.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
We're all
damn
bad.
You.
No, we have bad hearts.
You were multitasking all that time, and then Justin wrote nothing on his pieces of paper.
He's so nice.
Yes. Okay, iPhone or Samsung?
iPhone.
Oh, I knew that.
Samsung like track you big time. I know iPhone's good.
iPhone's tracks you just as much. Steve
Probably.
Jobs was terrible.
I just have an iPhone.
Okay. Would you like to either have any makeup you want or any man you want?
If it meant I'd have to have a man I don't want, then it would be the man
Okay,
I want.
makeup. You go for the makeup. That's a crazy one.
I
Ken.
want the
No,
man that I want.
that's
I
a
don't
no
want
one.
another man.
That's a no-one question.
Yeah, I don't care
Oh,
about
lots
makeup
of
so
makeup.
much.
You'll be caked
I
in
don't
makeup.
care about makeup. I don't need it. Can't you tell?
Oh, yes. All right, final four questions. We've got
Yeah.
4 more to go. Would you
Yeah.
rathers?
Would I?
It's always-
Who's still there? Are you guys?
No, they're all still there.
Surely this is boring.
No,
I mean,
not a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather kill an endangered species or a convict? And you have to kill one or the other. Endangered species? Would you kill that?
I would
Or a convict.
have to kill an endangered species because I can't kill a person.
Can't kill a person, but it's a convict. He's a terrible guy. I'm just
I'm
saying.
not going to kill a person.
Okay, all right. Cheers, Mr. Rhino.
Mr. Ryan, it's Rushka's fault. She did it.
She did it.
A murderer who's back to murder somebody
He
else.
he says a murderer. He was
If somebody
about
was going to murder somebody and I had to protect myself and stop them from
Yes.
murdering somebody,
Maybe then.
yeah,
Where
I
you
do
just say,
self-defense.
stop.
I would do self-defense if I had
What if they
to.
were just going to hurt
They were
them?
just
Really
maybe
bad.
we're going to hurt them. Real Gary's saying. What
That's
if
a
they
very
shoot?
hard thing because if somebody's going to kill somebody and you have to protect yourself.
I know.
I was having that conversation today. What is the right thing to do?
No, it's,
One does not murder, but you have to have self-defense.
Well, you know who thinks of those
And how do you
questions.
shoot them in the leg? I don't know.
You shoot them in the leg, and then they'll.
Then they don't die.
Oh,
They must
but
repent.
You could hit an artery, and then they would die.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then what? There'd be a mistake,
It's
so it wouldn't be
difficult.
so bad. Because it'd be
No.
a mistake.
It's
Oh.
intent. Intent is
Okay,
everything.
intent.
If you
so
intend to kill,
Intent, so okay,
that's murder.
You could shoot him in the head convince yourself that it's
No,
gonna
you
be
can't
alright.
convince yourself. You know.
Because maybe he'll just
Yeah.
miss his, his Abdullah.
Shoots him in the
oblongata.
ear.
Yeah, it's going to go straight through because he's got no brains
This
anyway.
way.
Okay, no, fine. That's a Gary.
I don't think I would
question.
murder. I would struggle to murder a person.
Yes, I'm sure you would. Okay. Would you rather have to always wear heavy boots or never be able to wear shoes at all?
Always, even in bed.
Yeah.
Always.
Always wear
no
heavy
shoes.
boots.
No shoes.
But then what you're going to do when you have to walk in the desert or something when it's really hot on the sand?
I would throw my towel on the
Towel
floor
in
and
front of
stand
you.
on it.
You have to carry your
I
towel.
would work in the forest instead.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Never ever. Be
Imagine
replaced-
sleeping in heavy boots.
The thorns will get you.
I do like heavy boots though.
You do like them as
I'm
well.
loving all these questions. Listening closely. Oh, breezy. Isn't it boring? Oh, you're so
Okay,
cute.
last one.
Yeah.
Last one. Would you rather have a hook for a hand or a peg for a leg?
It's such a dumb question. Come on.
Or a peg for it, or a hook. You'd never be able to put your
Ah,
contact lens
no,
in.
I would have a peg because I can't play the bass or the cello or the
cello.
instruments with our hands. Yeah.
Maybe you could make your leg into a cello. Then
Or you could play with like one leg.
Yes. Or you
know,
could
like
put a
those
bow
people.
on your leg.
Yeah, play
And
your
then-
leg. Like,
Oh, Rishka, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having
For coming into, well, actually, I'm saying coming into here, but thank you for having us in your studio. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
And we've got a competition. We have a competition for the people that are watching right now. So we're going to put them all in a hat. Gary's going to put them all in a hat. Thank you to our sponsors, Spa and to Fitch and Leeds, who have been fantastic.
And this lady.
And yes, Grace, thank you for our food, which we're going to get. We're going to leave some here for your supper.
Ooh.
And we've got Fitch and Leeds for you as well, which you can also
fancy.
take.
It's prawns and everything.
Yes, it's prawns and everything here. We've got a whole lot of stuff in calamari and all sorts of lovely things. And thank you so much for joining us here tonight. And we're going to put you all in a hat now, so don't go away. We're gonna put you in a hat. And we're gonna bring it in onto the screen, and then we will that thing. There we go.
That's so sweet. What's the
The
prize?
lucky draw. We're gonna get it going. We can't see that, Gary. I don't think. Oh, we can. Or can we? I don't know if we can see. We can't see it on the screen yet, Gary.
Heath, Leo, Lizzie, Breeze, Philippa,
Oh,
Shanae. Woo! Shane, you won.
Shanae, we got it.
What did she win?
I don't know if it's Shanae. If we actually
Shanae.
got it on the screen yet.
No, we haven't got it on the
Oh no,
screen.
we know it's still going around and around. Yeah.
But it says winner.
No. It's going now. Now it's
Oh,
going
now
on the
it's
screen.
going.
Okay, it's going
Okay,
on the
who?
screen.
Lizzie,
Oh, there we
Keith,
go. Here we
Caitlin,
go.
Vivimino, Elizabeth,
Who's
Lance,
gonna be?
Kathy,
Who's gonna be?
Lee, Ricolette,
Who's
winner,
gonna be?
Dust Bunny.
Dust Bunny?
Who's Dust Bunny?
Who's Dust Bunny?
I don't know.
We don't know. We're going to find out who Dust Bunny is. And we're going to see
Go Dust
Dust
Bunny!
Bunny. Please message me on my Facebook profile or on the YouTube. And Gino at centerstage.co.za. Please send me an email and send me your email address and your delivery address and your cell phone, and I'll get the guys to deliver for you. I don't know
What's
where
the
Dust
prize?
Bunny.
But what's the
It's a
prize?
case of Fitch and Leeds.
No way, that's
yes,
cool.
It's amazing. Oh, we got it.
We're such cool sponsors.
I know, they're great. You guys, Spa and Fitch and Leeds. Thank you guys for joining us. On Tuesday, we've got Pete Clark coming in from Baptist. You're the chef here. And my song for the end. Check us out here. And thank you to Rushka.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me.
Come and visit here as well. It's amazing.
Sit down, coming out of PE town. Drink, find a shot, never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.